the lifeline of our modern world. An introduction to global trade. Did you know that more than 80% of all the goods we use have crossed a border at some point? This is an enormous number, and it paints a clear picture of just how interconnected our world has become. From the coffee you drink in the morning to the screen you are reading this on, the vast majority of items in our daily lives have traveled on a long journey. This constant movement of products is the very essence of global trade. It is a complex dance of buying and selling that stretches across oceans and continents, linking producers in one corner of the world with consumers in another. Without this intricate system, our choices would be fewer, our costs would be higher, and our lives would look very different. Global trade, at its core, is the simple exchange of goods and services between different countries. Imagine a simple map. A farmer in Brazil grows coffee beans. A family in Japan wants to drink that coffee. Global trade is the bridge that connects them. It is the network of ships, planes, and trucks that moves those beans from the fields of Brazil to the kitchen tables of Japan. It allows countries to specialize in what they do best. One country might be excellent at making cars, while another has the perfect climate for growing bananas. Instead of every country trying to make everything for itself, they can trade with each other. This process helps economies grow, creates opportunities for businesses, and gives ordinary people access to a wider variety of products, often at more affordable prices. The importance of this global flow cannot be overstated. It is the reason you can eat fresh fruit in the middle of winter, or buy clothing made from materials not found in your home country. It is the engine that powers countless industries, from manufacturing and agriculture to technology and logistics. Think of the world as a giant marketplace. A company in South Korea can sell its advanced electronics to customers in Germany, while a fashion designer in France can source beautiful fabrics from India. This exchange is not just about physical products. It also involves services, such as software development, customer support centers, and financial consulting. It is a dynamic system that constantly shifts and evolves, driven by human needs, technological advancements, and political agreements between nations. This intricate web of exchange has been built over centuries, but it has accelerated dramatically in recent decades. The development of massive container ships, the speed of air freight, and the power of the internet have made it easier and cheaper than ever to move goods and information across the globe. A small business owner in a remote village can now find customers on the other side of the planet. This has opened up new possibilities for prosperity and development. The story of global trade is ultimately a human story, a story of how we connect, cooperate, and create a shared global economy that touches every single one of us, every single day, in ways both big and small. The handshake across borders, how trade deals begin. Every single act of global trade begins with a simple need and a connection. It starts when a person or a company, a large factory in Mexico, needing specialized steel from Germany to build cars. A small cafe in Canada wanting to serve customers authentic tea grown in the hills of Sri Lanka. The first crucial step is for this buyer to find a seller. In today's world, this search has become much easier. Online marketplaces, international trade shows with thousands of producers, specialized agents and matchmakers bridging language and culture. Once a potential partner is found, the negotiation begins. Digital handshake, video calls and emails, or the literal handshake across borders. The buyer and seller must agree on critical details: price, quantity, quality standards, timeline, when goods will be ready for shipment, timeline, when goods are expected to arrive. This negotiation stage sets the foundation for the entire transaction. A clear agreement prevents misunderstandings and sets expectations. With terms agreed, a formal contract is created or a purchase order is issued. This document is the blueprint and legally binds both parties. The seller commits to providing the specified goods at the agreed quality and time, and the buyer commits to paying the agreed price. Money begins to move, often via a trusted third party. Banks act as guardians of the transaction. Banks can issue a letter of credit, a guarantee from the buyer's bank to the seller's bank. Payment is made once terms are met, such as shipping the goods. This reduces risk for both sides. This initial phase is about establishing trust and clarity. A small mistake or a vague term can lead to problems down the line, like receiving the wrong products or facing unexpected delays in payment. Successful international traders are meticulous in planning and communication. A strong, clear deal is the essential first step in a long, complicated journey. A simple desire transforms into a concrete plan to move goods, setting in motion the vast machinery of global logistics that will carry it across the world. From factory to front door, the journey of goods. Once a trade deal is signed, the physical journey of the goods begins. The first step happens at the seller's location, where the products are carefully prepared for their long trip. This involves more than just putting items in a box. Goods must be packaged to withstand the rigors of travel. Rough handling, temperature changes, moisture. After packaging, they are typically loaded into a standardized shipping container. These large metal boxes are the building blocks of modern trade, designed to be easily moved between trucks, trains, ships. The packed container is then transported from the factory or warehouse to a port, an airport, or a truck depot, a journey known as first-mile logistics. This initial leg of the trip is crucial for getting the entire process started on time. The vast majority of global trade by volume travels by sea. Giant container ships, some stretching longer than 4 football fields, are the workhorses of the international supply chain. At the port, massive cranes lift and stack containers like a giant game of Tetris. Shipping lines plan their routes carefully across oceans. This journey can take weeks or even months, depending on the distance and the route. While ships are relatively slow, they are incredibly efficient for moving huge quantities of goods at a low cost per item, making them ideal for everything from cars, furniture, grain, electronics. For goods that are time-sensitive or have a high value relative to their weight, air freight is the preferred option. Items like fresh flowers, critical medical supplies, the latest smartphones are often shipped by plane. Cargo is loaded into the belly of passenger jets or onto specialized cargo aircraft. While air travel is significantly faster than sea travel, reducing a journey of weeks to hours or days, it is also much more expensive. Companies must balance the need for speed against the higher cost. On land, trucks and trains are essential for moving goods within continents and for connecting inland locations to ports and airports. A single container might start its journey on a truck, travel across an ocean on a ship, and then be placed on a train for the final leg of its trip. This movement of goods involves a seamless coordination of different modes of transport. This system is known as intermodal transportation, where the same container can be transferred from a ship to a train to a truck without the goods inside ever being unpacked. Each step of the journey is carefully tracked. Logistics companies use advanced software to monitor the location of a container in real time, allowing buyers to know exactly where their shipment is at any given moment. The journey of goods across borders is not just a physical one, it is also a journey through a maze of rules, regulations, and costs, One of the most significant financial hurdles is the tariff. A tariff is essentially a tax that a government places on imported goods. Countries use tariffs for various reasons: protect domestic industries from foreign competition, generate revenue for the government. The amount of the tariff can vary widely depending on the product and the country. Low tariff on raw materials used by factories. High tariff on finished goods that local companies also produce. Tariffs directly add to the final cost of a product for the consumer. Beyond tariffs, every international shipment is accompanied by a mountain of paperwork. These documents are the passport for goods, allowing them to legally cross borders. Commercial invoice details the transaction. Bill of lading, the contract with the shipping company. Certificate of origin proves where the goods were made. Packing list specifies the contents of the shipment. Customs officers in the destination country meticulously review this paperwork. They check that the description of the goods is accurate. They check that the value is declared correctly. They check that all required taxes and duties have been paid. Any error, omission, or inconsistency can lead to significant delays. Shipments may be held at the border for inspection or further investigation. The total cost of trade extends far beyond the price of the goods and any tariffs. Shipping itself is a major expense. Costs depend on the route. Costs depend on fuel price. Costs depend on current demand for shipping services. During busy periods, these costs can rise sharply. Businesses must pay for insurance against loss or damage during transit. Fees for handling goods at ports. Fees for storing goods in warehouses. Fees for final delivery by truck or train. All these expenses accumulate along the supply chain. This is called landed cost calculation. It determines the true total cost of bringing a product to market. Time itself is a cost. Longer transit ties up a company's money in unsold inventory. Delays from bad weather at sea. Delays from port congestion. Delays from customs holdups. Delays can disrupt operations and lead to lost sales. Companies must balance cost and speed. Air freight increases direct costs, but reduces time cost. Sea freight saves money but increases transit time. Managing hidden costs and navigating paperwork and regulations is a critical skill for any business in global trade. Global trade is not an abstract force. It is a system powered by millions of people and a network of crucial physical locations. At the heart of it all are the companies, buyers, sellers. These can range from massive multinational corporations to small artisanal businesses that ship a few boxes at a time. These companies make the initial decisions: what to produce, where to sell it, and how to get it there. They are the primary drivers of trade, constantly seeking new markets for their products and new sources for their materials. Their success depends on their ability to navigate the complexities of international markets and build reliable relationships with partners across the globe. A second group of essential players are the financial institutions, most notably the banks. Money must move just as smoothly as the goods themselves, and banks facilitate this flow. They provide the financial mechanisms that make buyers and sellers feel secure, even when they are thousands of miles apart and have never met. Through tools like letters of credit and trade finance loans, banks bridge the gap of trust, ensuring that sellers get paid and buyers receive what they ordered. They convert currencies, handle international payments, and help businesses manage financial risks. The physical hubs of trade are the ports and airports. Ports are the great gateways of the global economy. Modern ports are sprawling complexes of docks, cranes, warehouses, and transportation links. Here, an army of workers, crane operators, logistics coordinators, customs agents, truck drivers, works around the clock. The efficiency of a port impacts the speed and cost of trade. A well-run port can move containers in and out in a matter of hours, while a congested or inefficient port can cause delays that ripple throughout the entire supply chain. Similarly, airports are critical hubs for the rapid movement of high-value and time-sensitive cargo. Finally, there are the governments and regulatory bodies of each country. Governments set the rules of the game. They negotiate trade agreements with other countries, lower tariffs, and reduce barriers, making it easier for their businesses to trade. At the same time, their customs agencies enforce these rules at the border. Customs officers inspect goods and documents, ensure compliance with safety standards, prevent the import of illegal items, and collect the proper tariffs and taxes. The policies set by governments, from trade deals that encourage flow to political disputes that create friction, can have a profound and immediate impact on the patterns and volume of global trade, shaping the economic fortunes of nations. The smartphone in your pocket is a perfect illustration of a modern, complex global supply chain. It is not made in one factory or even one country. Instead, it results from a coordinated global effort across dozens of companies. The journey begins long before assembly. It starts with sourcing raw materials, minerals for the battery, lithium, cobalt, mined in places like Chile or the Democratic Republic of Congo. Silicon for the processor can come from sand processed in China. High-strength glass for the screen might be made by specialty firms in the United States or Japan. Those raw materials are shipped to factories worldwide to become components. The processor, designed in the United States, fabricated in Taiwan. Memory chips, South Korea. Camera modules, assembled in Japan, using lenses made in Germany. Each component has its own mini supply chain. Once made, parts are packaged and shipped to a final assembly plant, often in China or Vietnam. At the assembly plant, logistical precision unfolds. Thousands of workers and robotic arms assemble the phone, install the screen, connect the battery, place the circuit boards, fit the casing. Software is loaded onto the device. Phones roll off the line every few seconds. After assembly, each phone is tested for quality. They are polished, packaged into retail boxes, chargers, cables. Then begins the last leg, global distribution. Pallets are loaded into containers, shipped by air, shipped by sea, to regional distribution centers in North America, Europe, and other key markets. From there, they go to wireless carriers, big box retailers, and online stores. A customer ordering online or buying in-store completes the final step of a long global journey. From mining to sale can span over a dozen countries and take months, showing how interconnected the global economy has become. While global trade has brought immense benefits, it is also a system filled with risks and vulnerabilities. The long, complex supply chains that bring us our goods are susceptible to disruption. A natural disaster like a hurricane or an earthquake can shut down a key port or destroy a factory, halting the flow of essential components. Political instability can also create major problems. A sudden change in government policy, a trade dispute leading to new tariffs, or a conflict that closes a critical shipping lane, Suez Canal, can cause immediate and widespread delays. As we saw with the global pandemic, a health crisis can disrupt production, close borders, and create bottlenecks that take months or years to resolve, leading to shortages and price increases. Furthermore, the benefits of global trade are not always distributed evenly, creating challenges of fairness. Pressure to produce at the lowest possible cost can lead to poor working conditions or low wages. Small businesses may struggle to compete with large multinationals. Workers in wealthier countries may see jobs move to lower-cost locations. Addressing these issues of fairness is one of the central challenges for the future of trade. It requires creating and enforcing international labor standards, helping displaced workers transition to new jobs, and ensuring that smaller enterprises have a fair chance to participate. Despite these risks and challenges, technology offers powerful tools to make global trade smarter, faster, and more transparent. The rise of digitalization is transforming the industry. Paper-based customs documents are being replaced with digital files that can be processed almost instantly. Advanced tracking systems allow companies to monitor shipments in real time, giving greater visibility and control. Artificial intelligence is being used to predict demand, optimize shipping routes, and identify potential disruptions before they happen. These technological advancements are helping to cut costs, reduce errors, and build more resilient and efficient trade networks. Ultimately, global trade remains a powerful engine for human progress. By allowing goods and services to move more freely, it can lower prices for consumers. More importantly, when goods move, ideas, skills, and innovations move with them. Trade fosters connection and collaboration. The path forward lies in managing the risks while maximizing the benefits. By building smarter, fairer, and more resilient trade systems through thoughtful policies and innovative technology, we can ensure that global trade continues to be a force for good, helping to improve lives and create shared prosperity in every corner of the world. From a simple cup of coffee to the smartphone in your pocket, trade connects us all. If this helped you understand the bigger picture, consider subscribing for more deep dives. Explore our next episodes on supply chains, shipping, and geopolitics. Thanks for watching.